My husband is convinced I am pregnant. I'm not, but he won't believe me. What do I do? We have a 32 male husband, 26 female OP. I'm truly at a loss here. The situation has gotten worrying and I don't know what to do with it. Since about a week, my husband became convinced I'm pregnant. I have no idea why, because I'm not. We haven't even started trying, though we do have plans in the future. We were just making conversation and yeah, I did mention feeling tired, but that's all. A few hours later, he just came in so excited. I told him I'm not, but he won't let it go. He has made remarks about how happy he is. What a wonderful mother I'll be. What our baby will be like. Not all the time, but it has come up multiple times a day, okay? I'm not saying that this man isn't a little delulu, but also not the worst reaction. Like, I was expecting him to be like, you're cheating on me or some crazy shit like that, but bro's literally just like, I really want to have a baby with you because I'm so in love with you and you'd be a great mother. Oh no, steak too juicy, lobster too buttery. Did I that up? I always mix up the two. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. Age gap is illegal. I don't think it's illegal. I would definitely like to know when they started dating because I'm a little like, I don't think illegal is the right way to put it. I don't think 6 years is anything crazy, but like if she was 18 and he was 24, then I have a problem with it. I told him I'm not. I even took a test because even I started wondering and it was undoubtedly negative. I showed him and he just got annoyed. Said tests can be wrong. He didn't speak to me for the rest of the evening. The next morning, he acted as if nothing happened. Okay, this is weird. Like, bro, the evidence is right there. Like, I understand being excited to be a father, but like, hey man, we know the vibe now. When I tell him I'm not, he just kind of shuts me out. I lost my shit yesterday when we were in bed and he put his hand on my stomach. Told him he's acting crazy. I'm not pregnant and his behavior is scaring me. He went to sleep in the guest room after that and I left for work early in the morning. I haven't seen him or spoken to him today. I'm just at a loss. I don't know where this obsession is coming from. I even asked him if I gained weight, if that's what's gotten him confused. He assured me I didn't. I'm thinking of contacting his parents or maybe a therapist or something. I honestly don't understand what's happening and I'm worried about my husband. Chat, is this like brain tumor worthy? Like, this is just odd behavior. Someone in chat said he's manifesting. Like I said, I don't think this is the end of the world because at the end of the day, bro just seems to be really excited to bring a child in this world with his wife, which like, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. What I think is a bad thing is his delusion around it and his unwillingness to accept reality for what it is. That's my problem. Like, that's why I think like, is this a brain tumor thing? Is bro going a little bit bonkers because he's got something growing in his head that like they need to get attended to? Because this is just not normal behavior. So I'm just trying to understand like what would be the cause for the not normal behavior. He may have psychosis. I do not know enough about psychosis to know if this would fit under the category of psychosis, but it is weird. Like there's something going on along those lines where it's like bro isn't okay up here or he's just the dumbest person you possibly could have married. Resilient Sage said he's giving controlling vibes. I think before I come to that verdict, I would like to know what ages were they when they met and started dating, and B, if he does anything else controlling or along these lines. Because I think if this is a one-off, I don't feel comfortable making that claim, and I think there's something wrong up here. But if he does exhibit other controlling aspects, then I'm inclined to agree with you. Edit next day. Thank you all for your replies. I didn't expect all this. It's been overwhelming, and I'm incredibly grateful. He's asleep next to me right now, and I keep going through all the comments. My husband is one of the kindest people I've ever met. I promise you all that he's not trying to manipulate me or would do anything to harm me. But that does make me believe something is really wrong. I'll contact my parents and his parents in the morning once he's left for work. Maybe go stay with my mom for a bit, though I hate the idea of leaving him like this. I also definitely will make an appointment with my doctor for a blood test. Thank you all for the advice. This last paragraph seems a little weird to me. Like, hey, I'm concerned there's something really wrong with my husband. Let me abandon him for a bit. Y'all, my senses are tingling here. I feel like that's not the right answer. And even further, if this was gender roles reversed, we would be dogging on a dude for leaving his wife after they identified to the public that there might be something wrong with them. I never want to be that guy, but like, I feel like that is something to bring up here is like, I feel like we should be like, hey, OP, if you really think he is the kindest person in the world and there's something wrong with him, I think you should stay with him. And also I'm like, why does OP need a blood test? OP sounded like she was a bit scared for her safety. I don't think so though. I think that's not true. I promise you all, he's not trying to manipulate me or would do do anything to harm me. I'm all with you if she's like, I'm scared of him and he's gonna do something to hurt me. Girl, get out. But that doesn't seem like the case. I'm just confused here. Oh, pregnancy blood test. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks for clearing that up. I don't know, y'all. I'm looking in chat. It doesn't look like a lot of you guys are agreeing with me on that point, which fair. I'm not saying that it's 100% right, but it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't think I'd want to leave my partner like that if people are saying that there might be something wrong with them. Let's look at some of these relevant comments. To a longer comment addressing the fact that he could be delusional and delusions can become violent. OOP said, oof, this reply hit me hard. I appreciate it a lot. I'm very torn. I love my husband very much and I'm worried about him right now, but I feel increasingly uncomfortable at home as well. Okay, if this is the case, then get out, girl. Then I understand. My only caveat to that, and I know OP said they'll contact their parents and their husband's parents, but like, let's make sure we're not leaving him alone. That's my only caveat, but like, girl, if you're uncomfortable, get out. Another commenter said this is not an urgent enough response to what seems like a pretty serious delusion. This behavior isn't normal or explicable in reasonable terms. OP replied, fair. It is very unlike him. I might call my mom, ask her if I can stay with them for a bit, if only to get all of this sorted. I just want him to snap out of it. I miss my husband as I know him. Another commenter said, would he harm you if he thought you got an abortion? Because that's a possibility. He may accuse you of having an abortion if you get medical confirmation that you're not pregnant after he's decided that you are. OP replied saying, I hadn't even thought of that. Sorry. Thanks for your reply. Oh, that's actually such a good point. I do see that being a very likely path if he's already delusional in terms of where this could go. I guess that's a better safe than sorry kind of situation. Another commenter said, the first time I got pregnant, my husband knew before I did. He had a feeling. Home test said negative, but a blood test showed positive. Oh, bro's spidey senses were tingling? What the f? OP said, oh my, that's wild. Either way, I'll meet with my gyno, if only to have some conclusive proof that I'm not. Okay. Y'all, this story could go anywhere. I still think it's really weird, the hill he's dying on. Like, I understand someone being like, oh, I have a feeling. But I don't understand someone being like, I have a feeling you did something to prove that that feeling was wrong, and I still am like dying on this hill of this feeling. I agree with this resilient sage. This is what I was saying. I won't deny intuition can work like that, but I don't like the vibes. Even if his intuition is right, the way that he's going about that intuition isn't right. Like, it's one thing to be like, I don't know, babe, I feel like you're pregnant. It's another thing to be like, no, you're pregnant, dog, even though you peed on a stick and showed me the negative results. You're pregnant as hell. And I'm just gonna be like delusionally rejecting any other notion other than that. Yo, I kind of want to just keep going. I feel like we got to keep rocking and ripping with it to see where this goes. So, mini update, things escalated yesterday, but I'm with my mom and his parents are at our place. And then 2 days later, we have an update post. I really appreciate everyone asking if I'm safe. I am. I wish I could give clear answers, but I can't. Things escalated when I tried to speak to him, keeping some of y'all's advice in mind. I sat him down and explained to him that I'd love to have kids with him in the future, but that I'm not pregnant right now, and that his insistence worries and scares me. I told him we could go to the doctor together if that would put his mind at ease, or I could take another test in front of him. I was just hoping to snap him out of it somehow. He got very agitated, said many hurtful things, and accused me of being a liar many times, that I'm trying to keep our baby away from him, and so on. Nothing made sense, and I wasn't feeling safe anymore. I knew my husband would never harm me in any way, but that wasn't my husband. Things got worse. He did hurt me, but nothing permanent or even emergency care worthy. Whoa, I also know that if he was in his right mind, he never would have done anything like this. I mean, girl, what did he do though? Yeah, a lot of you guys are saying psychosis. I think it is psychosis or a brain tumor or something at this point. I called mine and his parents, and now I'm staying with my mom. He did seem to calm down a bit when his parents arrived. I haven't seen / spoken to him since then. His mother, she's an angel, is keeping me posted about everything. We all agreed something is very off about him, and we don't know what it is, but he hasn't agreed to getting himself checked out in any way. I don't know how they'll go about it, but they say, and I'll painfully have to agree, that it's best to keep my distance for a bit as most of it is aimed at me. I'm safe, so is he. I miss him so much, and I just want an answer as to why he's being like this. I keep trying to figure out if there were signs before or what I did wrong. Oh, shit. Just looking over the relevant comments, but someone did bring up something that we haven't brought up in chat yet. This commenter said, let's pray it's not drugs since he refuses to get checked out. I'm so sorry, OP. I hope everything gets better soon. I don't know if going back to him is a good idea, though. He physically hurt you. OP replied, I do think that whatever caused this is the reason he hurt. We've been together for some years now, and he's never even raised his voice at me up until this. Yeah, I mean, get the diagnoses. I don't necessarily agree with this, but I don't disagree with it either. If it's bad enough to where this is going to be a regularly common occurrence, then yeah, I think you shouldn't go back to him. But if it's something like he's going through psychosis, needs to get on medication, and is well regulated on it, then I don't necessarily think that's the same case. Unless OP doesn't feel comfortable, then get out. Let's keep this going a little bit. We have 2 more mini updates before update post number 2. Let's read these. OOP says he has apparently agreed to get himself checked out, but I haven't heard anything else. And then there's another mini update 3 in the comments. He's in the hospital. Many people were right about it being a medical issue. I'll get more into it at some point maybe, but first need to see what's going to happen with him. I've seen him a couple of times. Sometimes he's his normal self. Sometimes he can't stand the sight of me. We're managing somehow. Yeah, everybody in chat is saying it. I bet it's a brain tumor. Like, it's just weird behavior, bro. Someone said I would rather it be drugs than something mental related. I don't even know about that, man. Like, I genuinely don't know what's worse, being like addicted to drugs or genuinely having something wrong in your head that you need to be medicated for. I guess with the drugs, there is the possibility to get off of it, but like, I don't know, man. He attacked her even in peak mania. I don't think I could excuse that. Okay, that's fair. And I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't, by the way. I think that's everybody's decision based on their own comfortability with it. I don't even think like I can give definitive you should or shouldn't, but more just be like, assess the situation. If you feel comfortable and safe and trust that person, I think it's worth it. But like, I also would not blame her if she's like, it's completely gone. Him hurting me was too much, you know? Feel like tumor is almost always the answer when it's like one specific thing they're laser focused on. That's the thing with me, Silence and Lightning. Like, I feel like if it was psychosis, wouldn't this be happening at work or in public or in other areas of their life? Like, it literally is so hyper fixated just on OP and the idea of her being pregnant. Like, even honestly, like a drug problem wouldn't necessarily explain the hyper fixation. Update post 2. My husband has a brain tumor. Chicken sandwich called it. A lot of people commented this, and I feel an immense amount of guilt that I hadn't considered it until then. All the headaches and other symptoms, in hindsight, we had previously dismissed because of his stressful work situation and so on. I'm beating myself up that I hadn't seen it before. A wonderful team of neurosurgeons, oncologists, and other physicians are figuring out the best approach here if there is one. We'll hear more in the next days. I spent more time with my husband. Some moments he's his amazing self, others he's filled with anger. It's difficult, but we're managing. I wouldn't have been able to manage without the support of our friends and family. I love my husband. This situation is terrifying. In moments of clarity, he's trying to make me laugh so I don't worry. That's who he is. Thank you to everyone for pushing me to get him checked out. Damn, bro, that's so scary, man. Couple of relevant comments. OP clarifies that OP is home now, but husband's in the hospital. Someone asked, in his moments of clarity, does he recognize how he's been acting? Or is there always some level of reality distortion? OP said he seems mostly very confused, if that makes sense. He has apologized, but his mind is just not working with him right now. Another commenter asked, have the doctors given you any info on what to expect after the tumor has been removed? And OP replied, right now it's the question of if it can be removed. There's a lot we don't know now. The doctors / nurses have been incredibly kind though. Oh, damn. That is sad. Chad, not to make any of y'all panic, but that could literally happen to any of us, bro. Like, that's so scary. Like, isn't that insane that your body just like could grow something that the entire thing up? Like, I'm gonna knock on some wood. Gotta make sure we do that. Listen, first off, hope it's operable. Hope this is a good, happy ending. That would be very nice. I don't know, y'all. I think a lot of people have made very good points about her not feeling safe with this husband anymore. That being said, if it's completely out of character like she's been explaining, I feel like I would be inclined to try to like stick with it with like somebody that I love and know that it wasn't them acting like this. It was because of humor was growing in their head. But I don't want to sit here and tell her that that's what she has to do. Like, now knowing all the information, all the important bits, all the things that have happened, I kind of understand if she's like, this isn't for me. I've been physically harmed. Things are not the same. And I know that's not his fault, but like sometimes like it is what it is. What happened happened and you can't just ignore it. Damn, that's scary. All right, so this is a side post. The title, I'm irrationally angry at my husband for having a brain tumor. I can't say these feelings out loud, not to the people around me, so I hope it's okay I do it here. But I'm furious with my husband for getting sick. I know he's not to blame. I know he's suffering, yet I'm still furious with him. I can't explain it. He's the love of my life. How dare he get sick? How dare he change anything about the wonderful life we have planned? How dare he leave me so much sooner than when we were old and senile. 2 months ago, our life was perfect. How could everything get so horrible so fast? I love him so much it hurts, and because of that, I'm so angry with him right now. I feel like a horrible person. Oh, that's so sad. How dare he leave me so much sooner than when we were old and senile? Are you telling me he died? No. That's so sad. Okay. I feel like we just got to keep reading, y'all. There's an update post 3. It's 2 a.m. here, so I apologize if this is not very coherent. I'm going to step away from all social media, and I wanted to leave you with a brutally honest update. It's silly, but y'all's support has meant a lot to me. Don't get me wrong, I have wonderful family and friends, but in a way, I have to comfort them too, and I can't deal with it right now. My husband is dying. In the 5 weeks since his diagnosis, he's gotten worse quickly. Today, the decision was made not to continue treatment or even properly start it. He's not strong enough. He has a month, maybe, if we're lucky. I'm furious at the world right now, and I'm furious at him, which makes me an enormous because what kind of person is angry at their husband for being ill? I love him so much, and I hate him for it. I'm sorry this isn't a better update. Wish you all the best. Yeah, you guys are saying it in chat. I think grief counseling or some type of therapy, because like, I think this is pretty normal in grief to like blame the person, which don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that it's okay that she feels that way, but more that like, hey, this is understandable. And you just need somebody to like actually talk this with who's a real person and outside of the situation, aka like a counselor or a therapist who can like walk you through these feelings and allow you to talk about them. Cause I mean, it is tough, y'all. I do understand like the whole, hey, I have supportive family and friends, but like I need to be strong for them right now. And because of that, you end up bottling things up. And like, I don't know, y'all, if you guys have like a strong friend who supports everybody else, go out of your way to support that person too, because a lot of times they're of this mindset of like, I have so many harsh feelings, but I can't share them with anybody because I have to be strong for everybody else. And usually those people are some of the people who are struggling the most, bro. I like this, Death Pants. Being mad doesn't make you a bad person. Feelings don't make you a actions make you a bitch. I actually agree with that. Like, if you feel a certain way, based off how you act from that certain way, that is what should be judged. Because we all feel mad. We all feel things that maybe we don't want to feel. And as long as we don't act poorly because of those feelings, I don't think we should blame ourselves. But I do understand, like, she has been thrown a curveball. Can't expect her to hit a home run with it, you know? Crazy, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna cry because the way they found out was because he wanted her to be pregnant. He wanted a family with her. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. That is so sad. Bro, that's brutal. Update post 4 titled He Passed. He passed on the 16th. We had his funeral shortly after. Thank you for the messages. Wishing you all the best. I mean, damn, bro. That's so fast. When did they make this post? Wait, hold on. It says there 2.5 months from the original post. That's so scary, man. Going from talking about having a kid to them dying. That's just terrifying. Update post 5. Hi friends, I wanted to write a little something here. I don't know if anyone will see it or care. I probably didn't show it properly, but your words did mean something to me. I'm doing okay-ish. Sometimes the grief makes me physically nauseous, but I manage. My friends have been wonderful. For a while, I took a step back from his and my family. I do regret that. I guess I had a hard time dealing with their sadness, but we're mostly doing better now. I have a dog now. My friend had to get rid of him because her living situation changed and asked me. Saying yes, in parentheses, initially temporary, was the best thing that happened. It gave me a reason to get out of bed, to focus on something else. Now, don't go gifting your grieving friends random pets, but for me, it worked out very well. I've also started working again since a few weeks, only part-time, but it's going all right. And I recommend therapy for anyone going through this. I resisted at first, then agreed, and ended up with a therapist who I didn't connect with, in parentheses, I realize now, and stopped again. Eventually tried again, and I'm grateful I did. I feel a lot more comfortable and heard with her. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to die. Sometimes I still do, but I feel lighter than I did before. It's getting better. I still cry often, and that's okay, as my therapist would say. One step at a time. Thank you for giving me more kindness I expected from strangers. Oh, that's so sad, man. That hurts my little heart, y'all. I mean, there's one more update, y'all. We got a new update here, but just wow, holy cancer really is a terrifying thing. Your own cells just be killing you for real. Like, it's so sad and scary, you guys. And so suddenly, too. I think that would me up the most. The fact that you can go from 100 to 0 in 2 months like that is terrifying. I think what OP was talking about with the grief is probably the most important part. Like, I'm of the firm belief that grief, it's not like it goes away. You just kind of learn how to like live with it the more time that passes. But just damn. Final update. Last update. I've been coming back to this account often lately and decided it's time to let it go. It's been over a year since we lost him. It still feels surreal, but I just wanted to let anyone who sees this know I'm doing quite okay. I'm working full time. I've started a new hobby and make an effort to spend time with people I love. Most importantly, I realized there's days where I'm enjoying myself again, and I'm so grateful for that. Don't get me wrong, it's still so hard. I miss him every day. I still go to therapy weekly, but I feel like slowly I'm moving in the right direction. Dating is off the table, but that's okay because I have the best dog to keep me company. Thank you all so much for caring and letting me be my full grieving self here. You've made a huge difference for this stranger. All the love. Oh, man, that is just... Man, I don't even think there's anything else to say, man, other than just like, I hope OP keeps getting better. And I'm glad that they are getting better. But it's just like, that's scary.